be switching sides here, and that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think we just had the names wrong around, but I think the based on the seating dictates where they're going to sit. So we're just getting that all sorted out. Attention to detail here.
Very
People
cool. Very
are
cool.
keeping it very, very locked in.
Right on. And huge shout out to the Mox Jeremy as well for coming in with the Prime Dog Supreme. I'd like to see Mox Jeremy. He's been doing a little bit of broadcasting as well. I think he will be a nice
really
feature.
Enjoying that.
I
know he's been cooking up some blue-green detectives.
Yeah.
He's a big detectives enjoyer, so shout-outs to him.
Super hilarious guy as well. I'm certain he'd be very skilled at doing this kind of stuff. And he knows the game so very well.
He does, yeah.
So big fan of him, and thank you so much for coming through and supporting the program. Just seeing a lot of stars in the chat coming on through, finding DLC Melbourne in the Down Under. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the show and enjoying what's happening here. Again, we cannot do this without all of you being here. There is greatness being displayed here, and I firmly believe greatness must be observed at all times in order for it to be great. And you are observing it. So thank you all for doing that.
All right, and our players just shuffling up at the moment, so...
And I've never seen this aesthetic either. We got straight up yellow versus straight up red in the sleeves. Wow, good energy. A lot of aura in both black hoodies staring down the opposition. It's going to be an incredible matchup. I can feel it. Or, I mean, sometimes this is Lorcana 2. It is a trading card game, and these things can just sometimes snowball. Maybe your opponent, they're going to get the docks. They're going to get all the strings. They're going to get all the kind of things, and you just really can't do too much. You might get into a top deck situation. But there are a lot of times in this matchup where it's going to be a bend but don't break. Who misplays? Or maybe not even misplay might not be the correct word, but who makes the first suboptimal move? And if you can identify that and capitalize, Cheshire Cat comes to mind as a card that is going to be a critical decision point.
Powerful.
And your techs, okay, what are you tech to beat? This Amethyst Steel deck has the tools to, I think, to beat any deck if you build it in a certain way, but you will give up points in one way or the other. So what did you think this matchup, what did you think you were going to see in this tournament, and what text did you include in your deck? Are you playing Hero to Thunderbolt? Are you playing max copies of Demona? Are you playing Hades looking for a deal? Are you playing Olaf's? Are you playing, there's so many cards that you can include. Are you playing your cosplay that you should have worn?
Oh, Christopher Robin, my man, yeah.
Are you playing that? I mean,
that's a good question, yeah.
Actually, we can find out right now. Let's pull up the deck list.
Let's pull up the deck list.
So terrible.
But I think one of the cards that you mentioned there, which it looks very unassuming, it's a 1-cost card, 2-1 stat line, that Olaf. When you see that come down in the mid-game, you're like, oh boy, the game changes. Because if your opponent's got one card in hand, you know it's going to be a dock. So suddenly, I can't quest my board, because if they can run that Olaf in, play the dock, and then bounce it, it is just devastating. So
yeah, this is it's gonna be a tough one. So I'm looking at Neil Sison's deck, and Neil is playing the 4 copies of Angel, the new Steel Angel Experiment 624.
Going all in on the Angel package.
All in on Angel. Calhoun, Captain Hook, Cheshire Cat, Christopher Robin. You're playing 2 of those, joining the fun. Demona, Scourge of Wyvern Clan. You're at 4.
Yeah, I think you need
4 Demona, 4 Doc.
In this economy, you got to run 4 Demonas.
4 Demona, 4 Doc. Is that
4
the vibe?
Doc is brave, but it's been working for them.
We got Elsa, Genie, 4 of Gigi. That's a card. I'm high on this Gigi card.
Is taking a hike right now.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Gigi myself. Not gonna lie. 3 Hades looking for a deal. 2 copies of He Heralded Thunderbolt. 3 Olaf. 3 Palace Guard. 3 Pluto. Steel Champion.
3 of the Plutos. So not having to worry about those snowfalls. Neil came prepared.
So Neil is more. I think you set this up for more of a mid-range approach. You still have some aggro options, but those 4 Angels and those 3 Plutos and the 3 Yzmas really indicate to me that you're kind of building this thing to go deeper and maybe play more of a mid-range to a later
I think so, with all those quality cards.
What do we have over here though?
We're seeing none of the Angel package on Ryan's side, so we got the Calhouns for 2 Calhouns. That's a card that's really gone down in popularity just because of the uninkables, I think. We got 4 Hook, 4 Cat, only 3 copies of Demona and 3 copies of Doc, so definitely got the lower curve here on Ryan's side, whereas Neil's really trying to draw a lot more cards, fuel that Angel, and control the board that way. We got 4 Dumbos, 4 Elsas, 3 Genie, Magical Researcher. So that's the 3-cost new card, boost 1, and for every card under it, a quest for an additional lore. So Ryan definitely trying to play more on the tempo game.
Right, yeah. So it looks like we have more of an aggressive build versus more of a mid-range build.
Yeah, I would definitely say so.
Interesting. Because looking at Neil's deck, he's missing a card that I believe is just, I thought it was a staple. There's no Giant Cobra in here.
Yeah.
As we're starting Captain Hook here on one. So this is going to be an incredible matchup as Neil is going to probably have to assume the role of control player, while Ryan is probably going to try to storm out here fast and see if you can get this game over with quickly, I would assume.
I think Neil's going to be pretty happy with that. Generally, if it's like a mid-range matchup versus another mid-range deck, you want to be the slightly bigger mid-range deck. If your deck's a little bit slower, but you got a bit more value, a bit more card draw, you'll usually be able to grind the other player out. So Ryan's definitely going to want to try and finish this one quickly.
I agree. But also you have that Yzma Connivance. I think if we can find maybe that Yzma, get that established and continue to include or add threats to the board over and over and over again while adding more characters or cards to your hand, I think that could be another way to accelerate yourself to the late game.
And we got the Madam Mim Tiny Adversary. This card can be one of the meta busters in the mirror because turning all of your 3-strength characters into 4-strength characters, a lot of cards in this deck have 4 willpower. And a lot of them have 3 strengths. So if you can then suddenly trade up your Captain Hook into your opponent's Cheshire Cat or something along those lines, it can have a huge impact.
Yeah, it's going to be that surfboard adversary.
Madam Skater, as they call her. Yep.
Madam Skater. She's actually on a broomstick. And Gigi, we saw Gigi coming in on 3. We will go ahead and he hurled his Thunderbolt. Hard played there.
That's not exactly what Neil would have wanted to be doing that turn. You usually want to establish a genie or something like that and then sing Strength of the Raging Fire.
I guess keeping your opponent off of being able to sing, I think, is still a tempo blaster.
I think so. I think it's still not bad for Neil, but they probably would have preferred to develop a character there if they had a good one.
For sure, but Neil is probably selling Doc very hard, just trying to get to a Doc replenish play and reduce the size of that hand a little bit. So if you can get to another character, play Strength of Raging Fire with Gigi, and then spam a Doc or something like that, that seems like a high impact, a high drag play as the Doc comes down.
Oh, they always come in pairs, JDZ. They always come in pairs.
You know
hate
what?
To see it.
You got to look at yourself in the deck editor, putting 4 of those Doc Bold Knights in your deck to really.
Bold call. That is bold deck building right there.
It's going to happen.
So, yeah, this is one of the things with this deck. You've really got to balance your uninkables because you want to play your 5-cost Elsas, you want to play your 6-cost Demonas. If you fill your deck with uninkable cards, you can have some problems.
Very true. And
Elsa, this is looking fantastic for Ryan right now.
Elsa Fistbearer, who are we going to take down? I guess you
we
could.
Might see that Gigi get tapped here. That just means your evasives on Ryan's side are going unchecked, but...
Yeah, because Gigi will, if she takes damage, Gigi will lose her buff. Right now, she's at 4/4 naturally, 4 strength. That's not challenger. That's a actual stat increase for strength. But we just exert the Calhoun for a sing onto the Gigi. Anyway, this is a great play for Ryan.
And now this challenges for 3 on the Elsa with that Skater giving the +1 challenger. So this is just looking all Ryan McGee in game 1 here.
Yeah, that double dock was just such a slow turn. Now you have no
always come in pairs, JDZ. I'm telling you, man.
I think Ryan has completely jumped into the driver's seat, has just sucked up all the initiative, and now Neil is on the back foot. You're going to need something cool and groovy to happen, starting with this Hades.
Let's make a deal. Hades, come on down.
This might give you 2 cards.
Yeah. I'm interested to see. So if Ryan's got Demona in hand, you always give 2 here because you just ink slam Demona, and then suddenly that Hades is looking not very impactful. And Demona would just clean house right now.
But actually, you will be able to get some value here as you do find an inkable card and that Palace Guard with that remaining allotment of ink and character that you had available to yourself. Now, Ryan, if you are going to send that Demona in, you could get a pretty sizable clear-in with that tiny adversary available.
Oh, the Dumbo is fantastic here. There is no alert or evasive characters on Neil's side here, so... there's going to be a lot of value coming through this draw engine.
We do have 1 copy of Reindeer Games over there.
That's true. We are Sven Gaming out here. We are Sven Gaming.
The Leaping Reindeer, which if I had to say there is a card of the tournament, it's going to be that Sven the Leaping Reindeer.
I agree. I think
actually overperformed.
Every time we've seen it, it has been super impactful.
So that is I think I'm all in on the Sven as well. Looking at Neil. checking the hand. I love the no hand shuffle as well. I need to start working that in. Just keeping it steady, hand on chin, stare down.
Deep in thought, yeah.
We're
going
sitting there
deep
with
into
with
the tank right now.
with the manic hand shuffle.
So what Neil wants to do here, if they can, they probably want to sing another Thunderbolt or a Strength and then play a card like a Dock or a Demona. That would be ideal. So lower your hand size, do some fast tempo plays, and get control back of this board because right now these evasives are just running rampant.
Yeah, and you can't really do too much about it. You do have a full allotment of Strength of a Raging Fire still remaining in your deck. You haven't seen one just yet, and you have gone through a significant amount of cards, so you are due a Strength of Raging Fire here at some point. There he is.
We are
Raider
spending gaming in the house.
There it is. You say his name, and he will present himself. The Sven is in, and he comes through, gets a nice plus on top of the Genie. And if you want to crack back, I guess you could with the Dumbo Ninth Wonder of the Universe, but this Elsa will fall in response if you go back into the Sven Leaping Reindeer.
But we are only seeing one card in Neil's hand here, and they didn't ink for turn. So when your opponent stops inking for turn, it's a bit of a green light that they've probably not got a lot of value right now.
Yeah, staring. And is that your hand? Is that Ryan McGee's hand? He has a ton.
Yeah, he's been drawing with this Dumbo. He's been drawing with the Genie. He's been, But
I think you might have to invest in getting after this Finn. I really do feel, unless you have the Cheshire Cat, and the Elsa can do it.
Great here. I think we might see the Captain Hook, perhaps. Yep.
I don't hate
And then
that
we'll
play.
see that Elsa challenge the Reindeer, and the other Elsa we might see go into the Hook. And then just again, the Battle of the Skies is just all in Ryan McGee's control right now.
I think that was a great play because had you not made that play, I think a Demona from Neil here would just be completely devastating. And you're able to avoid that. You're able to avoid that very tragic outcome. As now Neil sitting here with those two Dock Bowl Knights who are effectively worthless. They haven't done anything for you.
They haven't quested. They haven't challenged.
Actually,
all they've done is clog up your hands
in your field. They're not doing actually anything. As one of them is going to go on a little sneaky quest here for one.
So that's a quest. And I think we might see the cheeky Tigger bounce the Dock here.
I'm with that. Sign me up for that.
Woohoo!
Sign
the wonderful thing about Tiggers, JDZ, is that Tigger's a wonderful thing.
Oh,
yeah, there you have it.
I see. Shout out to Tigger, man.
I know.
Shout out.
Oh, what a character.
And there it is.
It's time to bounce, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
That feels good.
Yeah, and now the replay of the Dock.
But you can't really do that effectively. It just Dock
there's a Calhoun, so yeah.
Calhoun, leave a Dock in your hand.
Some of these deck building decisions from Neil here. If you put these uninkable cards in your deck, you kind of live and die by them.
Yeah, and it looks like you are kind of having some very awkward turns as this Dumbo Ninth Wonder in the Universe is free and clear to just start gaining lore and drawing cards. You are going negative tempo a little bit, but you don't mind because you're just continuing to gain more lore and gain more resources.
Color is correct. Tops are made out of rubber. The bottoms are made out of springs. We have some Tigger fans in the chat. Oh, this is not what Neil wants to see. We are getting the Cheshire Cat out here with some boosties action, and Calhoun, the resist one, does not protect you from that. So,
dang, that is a great turn for Ryan, who was on the draw, looking phenomenal in this spot.
Yeah, it's just that double Dock turn. That was just not it. That was really unfortunate alter there for Neil, getting those cards stuck in the hand. And we got strength here. It is just... Oof.
Strength being deployed, probably getting after this Hades.
Yeah, the Hades
I would
or
say.
the Tigger. Yeah,
I think being a high impact singer, but I think Tigger might be a better choice potentially because he can't sing all the same songs, and he has more strength to work with. So now Ryan has all the initiative in the world, ton of resources in hand. You have all these evasive threats on board. You have that Madam M tiny adversary. Like, you got to be feeling above the moon, but we still have not seen any strengths, and we have not seen any Demonas yet from Neil, who is playing a full playset of both of those cards, and we know that there's a Dock Bowl Knight remaining in hand, so you might need to flood here and Calhoun into Dock.
But again, this just doesn't answer any of the evasive cards on Ryan's side. We need to see a GG or something along these lines. There is
GG.
So at least we can sort of check this Dumbo now, but gosh, Ryan's just had 3 or 4 turns drawing cards off this Dumbo. His hand is stacked right now.
You'd love to have your last card be Strength of Raging Fire, so this Hades looking for a deal could sing it and just take that Dumbo down. But like you said, that's another turn of a free and clear Dumbo. GG there would be able to check, but now the damage is already done at that point.
Feels that way, yeah.
And if you get to a Demona of your own or another Exert ability Elsa onto this GG, what are we even talking about? Captain Hook takes the easiest trade of your life, and this game probably comes to an immediate and screeching halt from that point on, man. So these are the matchups. I actually like what I'm seeing here as these Luminaries are kind of low-key, high-key, mid-key cooking, trying to get to the spot.
All the keys.
I'm absolutely here for it.
And we're seeing Olaf into the Inkwell. We're seeing more boost action and another Calhoun. Just food for this cat right now.
Cheshire Cat might be a messed up card, man.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's? I think it's not a bad card. Yeah, it's not terrible.
The more time that it goes by, I'm starting to realize that Cheshire Cat might be
a problem.
Might be a problem. I think the card might be too good because that just seems a bit ridiculous.
And here we've got this new Genie card coming in.
Yeah, Genie. I believe he's the resourceful researcher. Genie.
Definitely doing some research.
He is. What's his
magical researcher?
Magical researcher. There he is, and he's going to come on through. So this is a tale of the mirror from time to time.
And the player's just scooping it up. Neil just sees the writing on the wall at that point.
Yeah, that's brutal. You got one Illuminator getting the strings, getting those evasive characters, getting all the initiative there, and that's going to happen from time to time. But you were on the draw. So that is, you take that any day that you can get it.
Absolutely.
And going on to the opposition side, you just didn't have it going on. I mean, those docks kind of clogged up on you. Those Calhouns were coming in disjointed as ever. And it was just a very suboptimal start. That's the wonderful trickster.
3-cost Trent.
It's the
we are just pulling that new.
You have to go down a little bit down. That one right there with the book. Guy. That's him.
Yeah, that guy's doing research, as we can see. Yeah. Well, let's get reading. There is an epic of that card, too. It's one of the best ones.
Oh, quite gorgeous, I would say.
I really, really like that one. But this is, again, you can see the Olaf in this deck. When you've got all these boost characters, one of the fun things about it, if you return the boost character to your hand, you get all of the cards that were under it as well. So that's another fun way to draw cards when you're playing some of these Amethyst strategies.
We're talking synergies, man.
Yeah, and I think there's just great deck building on Ryan's side here. I really like what he's shown. But yeah, Neil, definitely looking for something better this game. We're looking for 1-cost, 2-cost, 3-cost strength. That's the bread and butter of this deck.
That's kind of how we talked about yesterday during our blurb mirrors. You want to hit a script. You got to follow the lines up to it and do your optimal play patterns. That's one of the, again, I keep saying all beautiful things that I love about Lorcana. One of the things that I really enjoy about it, but also might be one of the worst aspects, in my opinion, about the game is how consistent the lines of play are. If you have your deck designed to do a thing, it's more likely than not that you're going to do the thing that your deck is designed to do, especially with the Ultra system that we have and the amount of cards that we have in our deck. Mathematically, you're going to get the chance to do it. So when you don't, your deck kind of falters a little bit, and Neil definitely demonstrated that in the previous round. I think our game might be a bit too consistent.
Yeah, but what I like about it, they're actually, with the new underdog mechanic, I think they're thinking of ways to make how to sort of bridge the gap between the play draw disparity. And yeah, I think the underdogs have been a great addition. We've seen a few of them throughout this tournament. We saw the Steel, we saw the Emerald one, and have we seen our boy Christopher?
And that's not it. We just talked about it. Caster Curse is real, as Neil does not start with a 1-cost character. So just like that, Ryan McGee has absorbed all of the tempo and is in the driver's seat on turn number 1. Usually you want to fight, and get at least 2 or 3 turns out of that. But this Palace Guard is a very robust 1-cost.
And there's my 1-drop. That's exactly when I wanted it on turn 2.
That is brutal.
Yeah, Neil, it's just not happening.
You're behind the 8-ball already at no fault of your own, of course. But the way this thing is built, and your deck is designed to kind of go
1, 2, 3
later.
Strength. That's what we want to do. We really want that Strength of Raging Fire to deal 4 damage on turn 4. But Neil is running 4 copies of this new Angel card, which is a fantastic catch-up card. So even if you miss your early drops, if you can get that Angel down, you can then turn some of those excess cards in your hand that you haven't been able to play into essentially a, quote, fire the cannons and deal 2 damage to your opponent. So
absolutely.
We might want to see that Angel coming down and starting to try and win some of this tempo back.
And speaking of Angel, goes down to the Inkwell. Maybe you got another copy of that, and you can sing with the Cheshire Cat next turn. So you are kind of back on your timeline a little bit. You do have that Palace Guard that is up and active. Using your Strength of Raging Fire to take down the Palace Guard doesn't necessarily feel good, but you'll do what you need to do in a pinch, as we have the Satisfied Dragon.
Satisfied
Talk about relic
Dragon.
of the past.
Here we
What are
go
we doing here with
throwback.
Satisfied Dragon?
This must just be a shout out to the Dumbo synergy.
Gotta be, right?
Because that card was released before the alert keyword came out, so this one's still got the evasive on your turn text, which means you can use the Dumbo effect.
For sure. And that 3/4 stat
Yeah,
line.
3/4 is
it's
not bad.
Not anything to sniff at, especially when you have that Madam Mim Tiny Adversary to support it a bit. And like you said,
it makes it into a 4/4. Yep.
And Lexington was a card that kind of everyone, dropped their Woody for the Buzz Lightyear type beats when when Lexington came out. But Lexington does have a huge flaw in the fact that he cannot, if you play Elsa and lock him
cards
down.
in hand, he's stuck. And if you demoner him, he's double stuck. So
Yeah. So I don't hate it going back to the Satisfied Dragon as a little bit of a glimpse to the past as we do send the Angel, but
there's
effect.
nothing with 2
You
health.
can't hit anything, yeah.
No 2 willpower characters on Ryan's side, so discarding a card doesn't really feel good there. You would need to discard 1 this turn, discard 1 next turn in order to deal with the Genie or the Madam Mim. I don't think you're too worried about the Palace Guard, but yeah.
I mean, just those strength numbers alone, seeing your opposition get to a strength, and we have the ability to sing it.
And it is just
And we hit the
Ryan
Cheshire Cat
McGee
there.
right now.
Not going after this Angel, going after that Cheshire Cat, which looks to be the bigger threat, at least from your estimation. And we are evasive Sven Gaming, setting yourself up for another Dumbo 9th Wonder of the Universe, 2 evasive characters to be able to utilize that unique ability, draw some more cards, gain some lore. So how effective that was in the previous game. Now we're holding it down with this Angel and this Olaf. And again, Ryan sees the initiative super quickly and
Ryan
now
has just been on fire. It has been
not slowing
ruthless.
down.
So, Neil's definitely going to need to find some card draw here. They're going to want to deploy a character, probably discard a card, and then follow up with something like a Demona the following turn. Because, right now, and I like taking out the cat there. I think it's tempting to take out the 4-cost Angel character because of the quick shot ability, but the cat could challenge into your Genie and then start doing boost shenanigans, and you just don't want to deal with any of that. So I think
agree.
taking out the cat is the safer play, and I really like it here.
As we are going to go ahead and send that cat down to the Inkwell, we're grabbing 5 ink for this
Let's make
Hades,
a deal.
giving up
On
2
the
cards,
Sven.
or are we going to give up a character?
Yeah, we might see the Sven giving up here. He's not doing too much at the moment, and this will probably be a test. If Ryan gives up the cards here, he's quite likely got a Demona in hand. If he doesn't give up the cards, then
And you know what happens if he doesn't give up that card? 100% Strength of Raging Fire is going to come and take something out.
yeah.
Like without that, that is like an anomaly.
Yeah.
Guaranteed strength is going to happen here. Literally 100% of the time.
Yep.
Never wrong. Okay. It's getting sent. And there's you up, of course, obviously.
Yep, here we go. Yep. JDZ, he wrote the script for this round, ladies and gentlemen.
That is something that is 100% going to happen every single time. As we are going to go ahead and get a quick shot in.
Quick shot. We're seeing the Olaf in. And are we going to bounce this Hades for Value City population Neil Sason here? What is he going to do?
I mean, bouncing his Hades is very tempting. It's tempting.
It gives up a lot of tempo, but I mean, right now,
And getting just imagine bouncing his Hades and getting demoted into the Spider-Verse. though.
that would be painful. But Demona's a couple of turns away.
Two turn away. Okay, so you can't. I thought that was a 5. That was all that Vegemite and
no, it's gone
candies
straight to your brain.
Vegemite
Vegemite and candy.
I can't see right now.
Breakfast of champions.
Vegemite and Australian candy.
Oh,
And, my
man.
vision is blurred. Man, why does he have 5 angels on board? That can't be legal, right? I'm kidding. And I guess we're going to elect not to bounce with that Olaf ability. I don't hate it.
So just a real. This is a pretty trivial point, but we see a lot of players like flick the cards in the hand and kind of shuffle them around, so you don't know whether a card was fresh off the top,
Right.
or whether they had it in hand. But I'm pretty sure Neil is not flicking their cards and the strength is on the left side of the hand. So it's like, give me those 2 cards. I've got the strength locked and loaded. It's coming, baby. So
Yeah, I think a hand shuffle is important, but sometimes people can go a bit over the top with them. And we're just sitting it as we did not. We were not able to get that resist.
Palace God getting busy with the challenge and the dock. Wow. High tempo play here from Ryan, but they've only got 2 cards in hand now.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Angel get a little bit more support, but you couldn't do anything about that, as that is just the way that the game goes from time to time. We're playing 2 ink, flooding the board with 2 more characters.
And I think I spotted a Hades Let's Make a Deal on Neil's side there, but he's made the decision there's just nothing on the board that's worth playing that. He wants the 2 cards from that right now. He doesn't want to remove the Madam Mim. He doesn't want to remove the dock. So he's just decided to hold on to it and play the Captain Hook and the Palace Guard.
And I do like that 2/1 cost character play there into the potential Demona turn. I thought that was a very, very cool play to see done. And there she is, I believe. The Scourge of the Wyvern Clan lands, and you are able to get some 2 cards there.
Super heads up play there from Neil.
That was a good play. See, these are the plays that I live for. I like. Yeah. I'm telling you, I am such a fan of maneuvers like that because you didn't have to do that. You could have gone for Hades, looking for a deal. A lot of tempo there.
You draw 2 cards, and then your opponent slams the Demonas in your face. Read it and weep, buddy.
So I like plays like that. I think that's a good play, and you were rewarded for your gamesmanship using your expertise. I don't know. Maybe I'm a nerd. Maybe I'm a dweeb. I don't know. But I think stuff like that is very cool.
But the question now, JDZ, what is Neil going to do to get this 5/6 Demona off the board? We were speaking about big body characters yesterday. Demona has been going to the gym this set. She is a force to be reckoned with.
I mean, we can fully engage in Demona Wars as well, and Ryan McGee does not have a full allotment, whereas Neil does have 4 copies of Demona. So a great answer to a Demona is a Demona.
And there's our man Christopher Robin going into the Inkwell.
A bit too late for this guy.
Not when you wanted to see them.
Shorts and all. Go ahead and put that bad boy down into the Inkwell, and we are going to go ahead and take down the dock.
In here.
Demona free and clear
I think
to challenge back.
Yeah, I think from Neil's perspective, if this Demona challenges and then he gets to challenge back with his Hades, he's probably pretty happy to trade these 2 Hades into the Demona. So that's why we see that challenge going down there.
And honestly, the longer this game goes along, I believe this was like a chess evaluation meter. I think every turn that goes by, it gets closer and closer
a little bit
on
better
Neil's
for Neil.
side. Yeah, because his deck is built for the late game, whereas Ryan's more built for the early tempo game, or the more aggressive lower on the curve built. So as time goes along, Neil seems cool as a cucumber. Like, finally, we're getting to my world now, not your world, Mr. Ryan. You're stuck in here with me. I'm not stuck in here with you.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
That's, again, like that Demona really just gassed up Neil's side, which I think it was correct from Ryan. You got the card, you got to play it, you got to get the value and develop your board. And it's a huge threat right now. And Ryan has got more stats on the board, but fueling up your opponent is always a little bit of a dangerous game to play. So, yeah, we'll see how this plays out in terms of the card advantage, because I mean, Ryan McGee is not like he's playing an aggro deck. This is still a mid-range deck.
For sure.
It's definitely a more tempo-oriented, trying to win the game a bit more quickly mid-range deck. But it is a mid-range deck nonetheless. There's plenty of card draw available, plenty of tools like Strength of the Raging Fire. So he has a lot of ways to just keep the advantage on this board rolling.
I agree 100%. And also, we are also playing this weird mini game within the game to see if you cannot get demoned by your opponent. The Demona Wars, as we talked about, the evasive wars are done.
It is like a mini game.
The Demona Wars are in, and right now, I don't think you are threatening Demona. I can't see one in the hands that are available.
No,
I do see Piglet. I do see that GG, and maybe you can put out a nice little character flood to kind of set yourself up for that Demona off the top. Play to your outs, as the cool kids say. Put yourself in a position to draw Demona as your best card, and what you're going to do when that happens.
There we see Tigger going into the Inkwell. We've got a GG to sort of check this Genie that just got deployed last turn. Palace Guard just in it, like, I just love it when these cards, it's like, you know what, now's the time. I'm just going to go on a quest when all these battles are happening around me. We got the Demona Wars, we got the Tigger Wars, we got the Genie Wars. I'm just going to go on a quest.
What do you think about that play as Tigger pick up Palace Guard to protect? Get a little lore in?
I think that tells me that Neil doesn't have a lot in their hand right now. If the best play is quest with their 1-drop and bounce it, it either means they're going to try and ink it next turn, flood the board, and then maybe slam a Demona at some point, or their hand has just not got a lot going on.
Yes, Giga Turbo bricked as the Hades looking for a deal. My Hades on your Hades.
On the GG. I like it. Yeah, trying to protect this Genie and go on a quest. And so this is the point where if Neil can slam a Demona next turn, that Hades play looks very, very slow on Ryan's side.
What do you think about Neil's get your 2 cards? It was just a slight head nod.
I like the deuces. Sally threw up the deuces yesterday, and I think that should be the way to do it going forward.
Take your 2. Throw a little deuce, like a little, hey, you're bothering me. Take your 2 and move on. as the draw is going to be Captain Hook off the top. I still would like a hand shuffle in there from Neil just to obscure that new information.
Yeah,
I would say,
think so
especially when you're bouncing cards back to the hand and such. I like to mix that up a little bit, but that's just
Neil's just
preference.
keeping it simple. You know, he's keeping it simple, and I respect that too.
And we are
Is this
grabbing
a
some
dock?
ink. It's a dock. Okay, and this dock, we are getting the first double row of the day as
that
that
is a spicy meatball off the top. That is the card that Neil was looking for, I think. But if we get another Demona coming down from Ryan, see you later, Eastman.
No.
That is not what you want.
Now we're playing like a game of hot potato right now. We are playing with a loose grenade, okay? And that grenade is called Demona Scourge of the Wyvern Clan. Whoever gets the next one first probably wins this game.
And this is
immediately.
where, if you had an Olaf on the board, you could Tigger the Olaf and then Olaf the Demona. And then, just try and play that game.
Yeah, this is. I mean, if Neil can get a
these are
Demona here,
faces.
you're gonna blow some stuff away. I would think. Well, actually, you got this GG can take down the Genie. You have the Tigger, and someone else can take down the Demona. You have Hades and I mean, you have some stuff that you can do. I'm interested to see how this thing shakes down.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think Ryan's just praying to find an answer for this Yzma right now. He does not want to let Neil just dump their hand and then refill their hand with another 3 cards. That would be devastating. So
I'm loving Yzma and Angel. I think the idea of those 2 cards working in harmony
I
seems
think so.
really strong.
Yeah, the thing is, with the Angel, you really like that sugar hit of 3 cards that you get straight away. Like the Dumbo is kind of an incremental advantage engine that you can use throughout the game, like pay 1, draw 1. And whereas with that Yzma ability, it really lets you play a couple of cards, pitch your last card to deal 2, and then refill. So, yeah, that goes beautifully together with Angel.
Oh, absolutely. And now we do have that Giant Cobra down. You are able to kind of whittle your hand size down a little bit to kind of insulate yourself into a potential Demona. You will get some value
when
from
we
it.
see a Demona, there is going to be absolute carnage on this board right now.
Another GG is going to come on through. Calhoun is going to come on down as well.
We're going to see the, what is it, undeniable power?
The Yzma.
Yeah, what's the ability? I think it's undeniable power, but I cannot remember the exact name.
If we could pull Yzma.
Feel the power, I think. Be prepared is not the name of the ability in chat, but nice try. Thanks for playing.
It is called Feel the Power.
There we have it.
You are
Yeah, I know.
cooking me. You're like 10-0 right now. Usually I'm good at this mini
Feel
game
the
of
power.
guessing
Thank you, chat. Here we go. Yeah,
Feel
one
the
Demona
power.
goes crazy. Absolutely. Oh, Demona will just be absolute carnage. Whoever finds it.
And that's
Or we're going to see an end to the staring contest, and somebody's just going to say, you know what, I've had enough of all this.
I love this.
Just not questing.
I absolutely love this game state. This is why I like the Amethyst Steel Mirror. People hate this.
Yeah.
I am here
I
for
like
this
it.
100% of the time. This is just so silly to me
And
sometimes.
Tigger,
Strength.
what have we got?
Oh, that is he hurled his Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt. I was going to say strength for, like, strength of the raging fire.
love
More
it.
like strength of 1,000 suns right here. What are we hitting for?
And there's
10 damage?
There's another little mini game that I like to see.
11 damage. Wowzers.
There's another mini game within the mini game. It's called the Battle of the Bulge. Okay, we're trying to see who is going to encroach on the opposition side of the board
it's
the most.
very standoffish.
As-
But here we see
I'm
Neil.
talking like, look at the middle. Like, it seems like
they're
Neil
just
is
physically
invading.
pushing their cards forward,
Yeah.
taking territory.
You're moving a little
Yep.
closer as
We're gonna need to get a judge to like put a red line down the middle of the board.
With
Cross this
demarcation
line.
zone there.
You do not. Do you think that's a power move? Like I have
think
more
so, yeah.
characters than you, so
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
I don't
invading
have
your
space
area.
on the table right now. You know, it is what it is.
That's what it is. It's just like a big. Look at this board. Look at this game state.
I
This
know.
is absurd.
Yeah, how can you not like this? This is
And people are like, oh, Lorcana is so simple. This kid's game. Man, look at this game state.
Yeah.
What do? You wait for Demona, you just annihilate your
Yeah,
opponent. I think
but
that's what you're waiting
This cat is just looking fantastic right now. So we're going to see the Hades challenge into the Yzma, and then I think we might see some boosties and remove this Calhoun.
for. That's not a bad play,
Yep,
as we
that's
are
looking
just trying
pretty
to whittle down the board a little bit. Yzma
Or
did
do we boost the GG to remove the strength, and that kind of loosens up our Genie to quest? I think we'll probably see the
We
Calhoun.
do have
but-
two Genie. We do have two GGs though, so we have a
Oh,
secondary
true.
GG
Yeah, I
that
didn't
is
see
waiting in the
secondary
wing.
one. There's just too much going on the board right now. My brain can't handle it.
But we haven't seen from Neil's side. We haven't seen any Elsas. We haven't seen any Demonas.
That's true. The Elsa would be fantastic. Oh, and
Just to
another
take down
cat.
something. And the cats are looking quite phenomenal for Ryan as well. So you are kind of winning this battle now as Genie is questing for 2.
And yeah, just giving up the Genie here to the GG. I guess you got to cash in the war at some point. So
And then you can get the crack back there and set up some more damage. And now you got Cheshire Cat plays available.
Another genie. Here we go. Neil's really what we were talking about earlier with the slightly bigger mid-range deck with more card draw and another Yzma. That Yzma turn, yeah, we saw Ryan just digging for an answer, didn't find one. And I think those 3 cards have just really turned the tide.
Yeah, this is still looking at Neil's side. You're just hoping, you're holding out hope and hoping for a Scourge of the Wyvern Clan just to really make a significant impact. As Ryan is playing very disciplined here, keeping everything ready, trying to keep as much damage as you can floating. And I don't think you can afford to quest as your opposition. Ryan McGee can get to an Elsa or get to a Demona of their own and blow you out. And with double Cheshire Cat and a ton of ink to work with.
Double Cheshire Cat is nasty.
This is not where you want to be.
Neil making a very disciplined play there and not challenging the GG, because on the crackback, you get a challenge in to remove your GG, and then you get 1 boost to move the damage counters onto your Captain Hook or your other GG and reduce the strength. So, yeah, Neil's just trying to develop such a wide board that he can just go on a big quest and just maybe ride that wave to the end.
With the Violet Saber Wing, it's going to be a 2-ink play. The Evasive 1 Quester coming in on 2. Just another piece of Dumbo synergy. Just trying to help you draw some cards here in the late game, as Genie will continue to taunt the opposition side of the board, trying to get some kind of crackback. Give up the Genie, but again, GG will lose that strength, and then now you can play these damage games with the rest of your cast of characters, which is probably the opposite of what Ryan wants. So.
What do you think about questing Demona in this position, JDZ? There's no real risk of the opponent having a cat because the 5 strength just annihilates everything on the board currently. So
I want to keep my Demona. I guess
you want to keep it upright.
I want to keep it upright. I guess that 2 lore could be worth it, but a card like never mind. Here's He Hurls Thunderbolt. I mean, maybe that could be just lore that you're giving up, but I don't know how many cards are in hand. I believe Ryan did have more than 3.
Here we go, feeling the power once again. Neil is really feeling the power this game. This Yzma has just been 6 cards.
Feel
off the 2
a Demona
Yzmas.
Though? Can you find one here, Neil? Talk to your deck.
I don't even know if you drop Demona. Your opponent's on 0 cards in hand. I feel
I think they have cards over there to the side. I think.
Have they got them over to the side?
I think they just have them off to the side. As I see that there is a
dock
dock there.
You see the Genie. There's no space for the Genie. So to make sure that we know it's ready, it's now basically getting put next to the deck because we are running out of space on this table.
Come on, guys. Let's we got to get over there and zoom off the camera. Let's grow up, guys. Come on, man. Let's start stacking them on top of each other.
Soon we're going to stack the Genies and we'll just have a dice that says you got 3 copies of this card right now, you know?
Come on, guys. Let's just grow up. Okay, let's be real. And this is absurd. Okay, what are we doing
another
here?
Angel here.
What do we get? What's happening here? As Angel's just going to overlay onto the Genie just to make some room.
Discard into the Captain Hook or the Sablewing. Yep, I like that choice. Yep, pitching the Calhoun. And have we got a dock? Oh, and Neil is just having a turn right now.
This is a great match, man, for a top 8. And winner of this match will receive the Golden Mickey. Okay, so they're playing for some serious stakes in this super complex game position. This is what I wanted to see. I'm glad that this has happened.
Yeah, me too.
Because I know a lot of people like Amethyst Steel or whatever, but this is what I like. I like to see these. I don't like to play them. I like to watch other people do this because I would have just scooped a long time ago. I got things to do. Can't be doing this, okay?
And we're just seeing the 1 strength characters going on a quest here. So, yeah, not too worried about getting those challenged and moving 1 damage counter with the cat. So, and yeah, Neil is just assembling such a massively wide board on their side. They are just going to go on a huge quest at some point. Neil's going to decide to pull the trigger. And it feels like Ryan is just slowly being whittled down. I mean, look at Neil's Inkwell to start with. What do they got up? 10, 11 ink, something like that. Because of these Yzmas, these Hades, these Demonas, they've just always been able to draw cards. So they've just constantly been able to ink, whereas Ryan's been playing the low resource game because their deck's more on the aggressive side. And yeah, they haven't been able to do the same.
And you had to go ahead and use that Strength of Raging Fire, taking out that biggest threat of that Angel. I think leaving that Angel uncontested would just cause some serious strife and calamity to your whole game plan of stay ready. Your board is beginning to dwindle after that previous turn.
Yeah.
So Demona now, the queen of your side of the board, is finally starting to get active.
Yeah, that's how many turns ago was that Demona played before? Just finally getting out there and getting into the action.
And we are going to put that 3 damage, but Cheshire Cat now free and clear to move some of that damage off the Scourge of the Wyvern clan and potentially going after. You can plus on the GG here if that's what you would like to do.
Yeah, I think we might just see the GG removed here and then.
Or plus on the Captain Hook as well. I think that's a viable target.
And Captain Hook challenging for 4 here with the help of the Madam Mim Skater. So, yeah, that Mim's been providing some value throughout the game, but it just feels like Ryan's so behind on resources right now. Just Neil's deck was really designed for this mirror, it feels like.
Yeah, just to go long. I think if just as we saw in that previous game, Ryan will have some lines available to be able to kind of turn that corner. You were on the draw both games, so even if you do lose this one, you will be able to come back in on game number 3 and reset that situation or have a chance to be on the play where your deck is going to be much more suited in this matchup. But this is looking. Here
comes the Demoner,
and that might get it done right there.
This is just going to be carnage at this point.
Yeah, that one is.
You have a lot of characters on Neil's side, locked and loaded, ready to go. And this Olaf that they just deployed, this card is an absolute menace because now for the rest of the game, if Ryan chooses to exert any of their non-evasive characters, there's Olaf. Even if it can't bounce something that's on the field right now, it's like, Ryan,
I love this play. Yeah. I love this play from Ryan. I love what Ryan just did there. I love what Ryan just did there, taking nothing away from the match or anything that has happened so far. But I love Ryan seeing that, realizing that position might have just faltered there. Let's get out of here. Let's get to the game number 3 while we have plenty of time to play, and I'll be on the play. Yeah. Intelligent heads up maneuver there. It's not about winning all the time. It's about how you lose and controlling your own narrative. And Ryan elects to do that. Very heads up maneuver coming in from the Amethyst Steel player on the right. So now on the play.
I know. I think this is where Ryan's deck really wants to be because it's a more aggressive kind of build. He really wants to be on the play and just sort of tempo the game out. He wants to go 1, 2, 3, strength, and then just win the game. Because he's got fewer Demoners, he doesn't have as much card draw with the Easements, etc. He just wants to win the game with tempo. So play my cards first. Neither player's on Pete, so it means that you will have the strength priority if you can get your 3-cost character down on 3, and then on turn 4 you play your Genie or your 4-drop and you sing strength for the 4 damage.
What happened to that Pete, man? What happened to Pete, man?
Yeah, I've seen him now and then. I think if that sort of like the Amber Sapphire control deck starts to become a big thing, then we'll see the Pete's. But I think just against Blurple, it just doesn't have enough leverage to include it in your deck.
He might be able to come back with all
with the Let It Go and stuff.
Let It Go being reprinted and the Into the Unknown being so effective. Sail the Azurite Sea, maybe they don't play that. He's not going to be able to stop that too much. But I don't know, man. I just want to see Pete.
Yeah, I think we might see him come back. Another one of our portly boys. Pete.
Come on, man. I like me a nice little big body. Also, the Keep the Ancient Secrets, I think. Or Keep the Ancient Ways. That's another card that I think could start finding its way into a bit more playable. It's a song.
I think in Infinity that card might see a bit more play because there's just so many high impact actions in that format.
So here it is, as we are going to go ahead and alter a few cards. Maybe you're looking for that Christopher Robin. You play that card. You can bring that underdog out, start putting some lower pressure on your opposition there. Maybe it's not for this matchup, but it could be a vibe.
1 here for Ryan, so did not like what they saw. And similar on Neil, was that 4? So, okay,
4 goes back.
Neil's got something. So I think one of the things, when I play this deck, and I think this is a common mistake that people make, they often keep their 3-cost characters in their hand in the mulligan. Whereas if you've filled your deck and built in such a way you got 10, 12, 14 copies of 3-cost characters, you just send it back. You look for the strength of the Raging Fire, and you know you're probably going to find one on the way back.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, there's some really important things. The deck doesn't just play itself. People think you're playing on easy mode, but the mulligan's extremely important. And on top of that, you could see how important managing hand economy was in the previous 2 games.
Absolutely, Greg. I love you to death, but if you ever say that M word again on this broadcast, you're out of here. Okay, we're not doing that. We alter. This is just Lorcana. We don't do that. All right, lock in. All right. I don't care how many hours we're doing this. You're done. Okay,
I apologize, everybody.
We're not tapping anything, and we're not doing any M's anything. We're altering and we're exerting. All right, that's it.
I apologize, chat. Let me have it.
You're completely out of here. All right, you're done. Okay, I'm kidding.
We're keeping it light out here. I like it.
Okay.
All right. So, this This is the third game in a row. We've seen a couple of captains staring each other down. But we've got the set 9 captain versus the set 1 captain. Who do you think is the superior captain here?
You know what? I'm OG set 1 captain. It's just got to be. Okay.
I like the ominous feel with the lantern, the kind of dark lighting behind him. I'm a big fan.
And the
And
background.
Trent bringing them both up on the stream. Shout outs to Trent. He is cooking right now.
Oh, but this right here is completely unacceptable there coming from Neil.
He's playing both.
You can't do
You
that.
got to pick a side, Neil.
Come on,
You got to
Neil.
pick
Lock
a side.
in, Neil. We can't be
What
doing
is
that.
What is happening here?
Can't be doing that. That's not even what we're trying to do out here.
If we've got a modern chat, please time out this Doc Daddy Jumpy.
Yeah,
we do not say that word.
Hey, we're done. Okay, Doc, get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
get him out of here. No, we're not doing it. No, I'm actually kidding.
Strength into the inkwell. This tells you one of two things. One, they've got another strength, or two, they've got a handful of uninkables. So,
or both.
Or both.
That could be a story to be told. As Giant Ghastly, if you have something that can engage with this Cobra, you'd love to do that now. Just get him off the board.
Yeah, you would.
Your own strength would have been a great play there, but you have not hit it. So you are probably going to lose this GG if you establish a character.
If we get a forecast come out and sing the strength, this is looking fantastic for Ryan here. So, Ink in the Genie, playing the other Genie, and if we see strength here, this is just
this might be
This
Rapsky's.
is textbook. This is
we're
how he
grabbing
drew it up.
Oh, he's doing it. Oh, he did the thing.
Exactly how he drew it up.
That's how you. Yeah, that's this one.
Is how we do it.
And we don't. We have the Demona.
Yeah,
Hold
we got
up.
the Demona, but when
You're
you're
so
behind
far
on
away.
board, it doesn't feel good. Yeah,
I think
and
you.
I think we just got a cat. It's hard to see what's in Neil's
You
hand.
have
but-
that angel now. Okay, so you might have to take a turn off and reestablish
Wow,
that angel.
GG to GG.
You might have to send that
Yep.
GG back in. And if this GG can survive a secondary strength
Yep.
or he hurled his Thunderbolt, I'm not sure if he's playing that card or not.
No, we do not see that in Ryan's deck list. Wanted to keep the uninkables low.
We saw strength in the Inkwell. We saw one be deployed. If you can get the rare and indigenous triple strength Tylenol, you can end this game right here. I think if you take down this GG. But the GG will be able to check this Genie to stop any of that early questing. And that's exactly what Neil needs. He just needs Ryan to slow down.
All right.
Sven Gaming.
Sven Gaming once again. And yeah, Neil has got the Demona, so they've kind of got a bit of an advantage in that regard. And they see Ryan stop inking, which means they've probably got a pretty low value hand.
Mm-hmm.
If you stop at 4, this deck really wants to get to at least 5 so you can deploy your Elses and your Hades. So yeah, Neil's going to have a read here that their opponent's probably not got a great hand.
But looking at Neil's hand, I believe there is a Strength of Raging Fire there. So you have the ability to either sing that or you can manually deploy it against one of the upper tempo cards, maybe taking out that Genie, taking out that Sven, one of those uninkable forecast characters, set Ryan back another turn.
But then if Neil plays that and they don't find an inkable, if their plan is to deploy Demona at some point, then they're just... Because they
true.
played 2 1-drops on turn 2, that's really hurt their hand economy. So now, yeah, you might have preferred one of those Captain Hooks actually being in the Inkwell.
For sure. Or you can do like a taunt here with this Olaf, exert the Olaf and hope that you can coerce some type of challenge and you get a bounce back and get some ink going that way. So you're electing just to... Did we ink at all that turn? I think we just skipped an ink.
Ooh,
Yep.
this
Ooh,
is
brutal.
This is very nice.
That stings the nostril a
And,
bit there.
challenging for 4 with the Captain Hook plus the Mim. That is pretty
brutal.
tasty. And I think we might... Are we going to see Sven go on a quest here? We are. So not worried about the crackback Sven because they've got the Elsa established. If Sven trades into Sven, then Elsa will clean it up on the following turn. So I like this play here from Ryan with the quest.
Oh, for sure. As we still have another Angel. We really haven't had the opportunity to see what Angel can do. And looking at this board on the opposition side, man, there's not a lot of 2 willpower there. So the Angel is kind of being neutralized in this game. We thought that card would have much more of an impact, but it looked like she's impacting her way into the Inkwell very early. Not really doing too terribly much for you here.
But what we might see here, we might see an Ink and play the Angel, and then the following turn, we'll see the Demona come down. Yep, so Ink and the Cat play in the Angel, and then the Demona just gives you a nice rush of cards that you can then start using the quick shot effect. But Neil still just does not have an answer to these evasives. It's just an Elsa and a Sven here, but if Ryan finds a Dumbo, this one is looking...
And it's the Doc as well.
This is looking fantastic for Ryan.
All right, so we do need an inkable off the top of the deck. You have a ton of uninkables still remaining in your deck. I don't want to jinx anybody, but you need to get an ink slam, Demona right
Send
here.
him good
Here
vibes.
it is.
Please, please. Ooh. Well, I mean, Neil's either keeping a brilliant poker face or he's hit ink. I can't quite see the
Oh,
card.
it's strength, though, so that's a decision.
I think you Strength just doesn't get it done for me here. Your opponent's just drawn 2 more cards.
And
You've got to.
your Demona's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to send it. And Demona is down.
Yeah, when your opponent's got 2 in hand, they only draw 1, so the value's a bit more limited. Whereas if you just sit there and wait and cast a strength, it's just not going to happen.
And checking hand, you got 3 now. I think I have to get after this tiny adversary. It's just making the mathematics a little weird.
Hook, one of these Captain Hooks gets a nice trade into the adversary. We might see the other hook go into is that a Cheshire Cat, and then we can use the quick shot and
take it down.
You can get a pretty decent cleanup here. It's just the evasives that we don't have an answer to.
Is there any world where we're going to send this Olaf to bounce something back? Quick shot going after that Cheshire Cat. So your line is looking pretty scrumptious here for Neil. Hand on face there, thinking about it.
Yeah, we might. I mean, maybe there's a universe where we bounce around Demona here if we want to play the really long game, but that's pretty low tempo.
Imagine bouncing Demona into opposition Demona. That feels okay. I guess it don't feel too bad, but it feels quite slow.
Yeah, at least you can freeze that Demona. But
for sure.
Definitely not what you're going to be doing.
As we do take that trade, Tiny Adversary still needs to be removed, I feel.
But yeah, these evasives are just a thorn in Neil's side right now. Like there's just no answers to them.
You have Elsa and Doc available in hand for follow-on turns.
That's looking pretty good. We got 6 ink, so if our next turn's Ink, Elsa, Doc, that's looking like a comeback is definitely possible here.
And then you get another quick shot, so you probably are going to lose your Captain Hook pretty cleanly. Olaf with that Doc as well, so you could be contemplating on exerting this Olaf, but I think it might be worth the risk of hanging on to the Olaf, waiting for the Doc to become deployed. Never mind, forget I said anything. We are going to try to protect our Captain Hook.
And we're bouncing.
Interesting.
I think that's.
What do you think about that one?
You
feeling it?
I'm so on that play. I guess we can quick shot again and finish the Cobra the next turn. Or we can just pitch the Captain Hook and finish the Cobra.
Very
Maybe
true.
That's the plan.
I think that might be the play. And you could set up your Elsa Doc play and following turn. Maybe even ink the Captain Hook and go for Elsa Doc play and then quick shot something else that you get from the Doc potentially.
So I think Neil's made the decision. They're just going to try and grind the long game here because there was other lines available. When you got the Doc in hand, you might want to just protect your Olaf.
But is there any universe where you're trying to get Angel's resistibility online? I think maybe that's kind of a rush to the bottom and you're just kind of playing off the top of your deck and that just limits a lot of your decision making. But maybe getting that resist on that Angel established
would be relevant here.
Versus Steel, that resist seems quite strong. Resist 2 is insurmountable sometimes. And there it is. It's gone now. So you will lose an Angel here.
That is not what you wanted. All right, so we might see a double Elsa. I think Ryan just valuing the evasives here and just saying if I can keep all of my evasives nice and healthy, intact, on no damage counters, and just keep the Elsas at 5, keep the Sven at 3, and here's the Olaf here. Yeah. This is a problem for Ryan because he cannot exert this Demona on it.
Another double Doc.
They always come in pairs, man.
They feel so bad.
Always come in pairs. So
that was the opposite. It just messed up your whole plan to do something cool, man. Come on, Doc. Lock in, do be ink, bro. What are you doing one time?
I think one thing with these Angel lists, it's super nice. If you get clogged up with these uninkables, you can at least pitch them with the quick shot and turn them into 2 damage and it filters through your hand. But yeah, the Angel just got dispatched the previous turn. So
we do send that Elsa down into the inkwell. That was an evasive character to kind of help you combat some of the situation. And having that Doc in play with this Olaf side by side, that just feels like a guy I need to get out of. We got a third Doc. Get out of my life, Doc. This is why
Neil is going to be having nightmares tonight.
I know Neil is in the top 8, okay, and he must have been having a phenomenal tournament to get here. But those 4 Docs, I put 4 Doc in my deck one time. I'll never do it again. I can't do it.
Oh, I did that in New Zealand, and I was like, holy uninkables,
It just feels so bad, man. Because you have to play them, and when they're not drawing 2 cards, they're actually just not doing anything, and it just feels such a. Would you ever put an uninkable 2 cost 1/3 in your deck? No, you would never do that. Okay?
That doesn't sound that good to me. No,
you literally would never do that, and that's kind of what you've had to do. Game 1 and now into game number 3. 3 Docs on the board again, not doing literally anything. Feels so miserable for Neil, who is staring down this side of the board. You have this Demona who's active. So maybe it might coerce some challenges in. Never mind. We're bouncing this Doc. He's about to get sent back to the hand for sure with this Olaf.
That Olaf we've been talking about. It is just this is the punish for exerting your non-evasive characters here.
I would have loved to see that Doc get taken down with that Demona with that Elsa on that previous turn, just to feel something, I suppose. But then having 3 Docs in hand, this feels almost like I would just throw my deck against the wall and walk off the stage.
I
I would say.
What have you done to me? What did I do to deserve this?
I got Golden Mickey on the line. I got triple Doc in my hand, just staring me down.
Do you know the name for that when you play the 1/3 Doc on turn 2? The Tempo Doc.
the
Tempo Doc. Yeah, hate to see it.
Let them know. It says when you play this card, your opponent reveal your hand to show the Doc that is in your hand.
Draw no might cards. As well have that text on it, you know.
That's exactly what it says.
Strength. All right, well,
we're fighting
now.
Back.
We got 5 characters to 3. Neil's got a bit of board control happening here. Yeah. We do know Ryan's got the Doc in hand, which is phenomenal, but. Again, the deck is not really built for the late game, so I think what we might see is they're just going to try and keep questing up with these evasive characters, getting that lore every turn, and just trying to ride that wave to the finish line.
And you have this ticking time clock as this Genie researcher here is just going to start being boosted here turn after turn, and that guy is a problem. You have to find a way to engage with him. You're going to have to find another one of your exert abilities. We did see in a copy of Elsa go down into the Inkwell earlier. That would have been a nice, timely answer to this Genie, as we are going to give up 2 cards here probably.
Brilliant.
This
Neil throws. You got to throw up the deuces, Neil. Come on,
give
us a bit of flair.
What are we going to do? Let's take the patent pending head nod, or we tuck the Genie away. If you don't, he's going to get hit. We're going to get straight this thing for sure.
We got the 2. Yeah,
he gave him the 2.
No.
Oh, he didn't even take it down.
He didn't put up the deuces though. Shout outs to Sally from yesterday. We love this patented Sally trademark deuces.
Deuces, take them. Take them.
Oh, and here we see. Let's make a deal on the other side.
And
he's getting thrown into the inkwell.
Interesting. And we got Demona set up.
Ooh.
So the punish is swift and imminent as you got your 2 cards. But our deck does provide, and the Demona is down.
Scourge of the Wyvern Clan. And how important has this card been in this mirror?
How important has this card been in this format, in this whole tournament?
General, absolutely.
Literally one of the best cards, I think, in the entire game right now. Demona coming in from Whispers in the Well. The Gargoyle, Scourge of the Wyvern Clan, looking phenomenal in this spot. But you don't have those chunky challengers that you need to really make that Demona go over the top. I think you have to prioritize getting this Genie off the board.
Yeah, I think so. I think, this Genie's a threat, but these Elsas are also just, Okay, taking the value trade, taking down the hook with the 2 Docs. I like it.
Like that play a lot. Get a plus when you can. Giving up a plus, I'll take it.
And then, I think you're right. I think we're going to have to see this Genie challenge. The only problem here for Neil is he still just doesn't have a good evasive answer to these Elsas. And like, the Genie's not really built for challenging.
And that is very true. And if you do exert your Genie, you're going to get rocked on the crackback with the double Elsa.
A cat in those 3 cards that Ryan just drew. So
you can't even quest the Genie. He's kind of sitting there as a lawn feature, essentially. He can't really do anything. He's just kind of hanging out.
And then getting, if you see a Cheshire Cat on the way back, it is not what you want to see at all. So.
And Ryan is at 10 lore, too, so halfway there.
Ryan's been doing a great job of just questing these Elsas every turn, just putting the pressure on. He knows the longer and longer this game goes, the less favored he is due to the way that the deck's built. So, you see a Cobra pitch, and are we going to see a Demona?
Oh, brutal. Now, this Demona hurts. This one hurts. This one hurts. This one stings.
So that was so sick with the Cobra. Like, I think he had 4 cards in hand. He inked down to 3.
Brutal.
Cobra pitched down to 1. Yeah. And then that Demona, the last card. And now the Demona on the other side's frozen. So,
that is so good.
Oh, that
was so good for Ryan.
Spicy meatball there from Ryan.
Ryan has to be feeling lovely here because this is a board clear as well with Demona.
I think we can challenge into the Calhoun here with the Genie. We might.
That's a plus.
We might see the Elsa's quest here. We may see a double challenge on the Genie.
I'm taking this Genie right now.
Yeah, you reckon?
I'm clearing as many characters as I can. I don't. Yeah, those 2 are drying. So you have the Doc Bowl Knight. I think those Docs will survive.
Yeah, I don't think you care too much.
You could take.
Questing up to 14 feels pretty good here, but
you might be right. I think you go to 14 and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win the game on your next turn. See, I'll just quest all. Get the glimmers moving.
I think so. I think you put the pressure. You say, you have to answer me for the rest of the game. And every non-exerted character that I play out of my hand is just representing 1 or 2 lore. And you have to answer those as well. It's like, once you're at 14, Yeah, it's.
But I guess that's not bad either. You do
No,
have
I like
singers.
this.
You have
I think
singers.
these are both great
Yeah.
lines. Yep.
I don't think there's no wrong
It's
answers
all
here.
just looking roses for Ryan right now. Yeah, absolutely.
With singing, with Strength of Raging Fire being an option, with Heroes Thunderbolts, you just really want to just really grind your opponent down into the dust.
And that
end
Demona
this
being
game.
frozen here, that's a feels bad, man. That is the Demona freezing the opponent Demona. It's very, very painful.
And just look, it goes back to those docks, man. Looking at those docks and how they're just there, existing, and it's just a frustrating dock bowl night.
That's right. This is the second game out of a three game set where Neil's just had his hand clogged with these docks. So he's gonna go and throw one of them against the wall. And
that's the story, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. As we get one challenging, taking down that Hades, looking for a deal. Let's see if we can get some more value out of this other 4-8 coming through. It is the Angel.
So can we deal with one of the else's now if Genie wants to go on a challenge, but the Demona's questing for 2, the Cobra's questing for 1 up to 16. We got Doc and Elsa up to 18. So I think if Ryan just quests with everything, he's just 1 Cobra away from the finish line at that point. And they've got 3 cards in hand from their Demona. So, yeah, this is just looking fantastic for Ryan.
For sure. I think you're not even, at this point, you're probably not even worried about the opposition side of the field. You're just trying to get that Glore rally, getting them glimmers moving. Quest all glimmers, and the Olaf is down. Maybe you can get that Olaf to get you a dock back, to get into a strength. I mean, you can do some cool
there's
things.
some signs of life here from Neil, but, yeah, you'd definitely rather be Ryan in this position. All right, so we see the Palace Guard. Are we going to see another Demona here?
Wait, hold up. Did we get another? Wait, halt for a second. I think that Genie just put down that turn. Hold. Oh no. Oh wait. Hold.
The boost.
Did that Genie just come down? That Genie wish fulfilled? Did that turn?
No, I think we're all good, man.
Were we good?
No, we're good.
He was there.
We're good.
Okay. Just making sure, because I thought he was. I think that Genie was played because we had double dock.
Right.
Yeah, I think we. Oh my goodness, we're just going too fast. Oh my goodness,
We're questing up to 18.
I think that they've been locked in.
I think everybody's
honestly,
locked in, and I think, to be honest, the writing's on the wall for Neil.
We did catch that, but unfortunately, I don't think
it's not going to matter.
I think they missed it, we missed it, and if anything, it gives Neil a slight advantage. However, I don't think it.
I think Neil's about to throw out the fist bump, and just say
I think it might just be over anyway.
Yeah, because you got to deal with 4 ready characters. There's the Demona, which is a way to do it, but. Yeah, I just don't know if it's possible at this point.
Yeah, that is brutal. We are at 18, and hopefully that doesn't impact too much of the game, because I don't want that to be anything. But I did miss that. That's on me. That's on me. But the players also missed, so they got to take at least 30% of that.
That's right. That's right.
I'm blaming them. Okay.
So I'm not even sure. Yeah,
and there it is. It
doesn't even matter. So well done.
Well played.
Well played by Ryan McGee, and look at the grin on his face. That was coming back on the draw. I would say in the matchup, slightly unfavored due to the 2 different deck styles. I would generally prefer the more mid-range deck, but just found a way to get it done. His deck just looks smooth as silk. Never had his hand clogged up with the docks or anything like that. It just, everything was working for him.
Yeah, just humping and pumping along. Huge shout out to everyone for